would never work a day job. Put it in the safe, never know when I'm gonna need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to...
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a 2nd and 2. In motion right, that's Claypool. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Left thing, 19.
Now Stroud. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on fourth down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Stroud. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Come on.
First down, Texans.
Stroud will run the option left. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On the bootleg, Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive.
Say, bro, get that man out the box, man.
Back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. A first down screen pass, good for 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Fields. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here we go.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll run with Herbert. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wound up punching this one into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Smith to return it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bears take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning
he's by himself. Keenan Allen. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen, 64 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Here we go. Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Here we go, son.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. Buying time to his left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Marcus Davenport. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout called. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Texans 6.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 3rd and 3.
18, Robert, 18, Pioneer.
Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a 2nd time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. Now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Herbert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out, and they were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
On the draw, here's Fields.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll run this with Homer. Shreds the tackle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, never mind, Monday.
Back to throw. Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hey, Ken. You got a mini base. Why not? Yep. Hey, Ken.
From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Don't jump,
so the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
Chip slant.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Under pressure, they got him again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Here we go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Right.
Looking to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stroud. That one's taken in by Spears. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
And so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And Allen's got it. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Texans will take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Stroud will run the option left.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Stroud.
Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Stroud to throw it.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They're making steady progress.
And at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7. Now Stroud. That is caught. And
going to get this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Give him another one right back to Allen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here's 1st down.
First down, Texans.
Pierce now up the middle.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Pierce.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the...
Yeah. Run that back, turbo. Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they find it out. Never taking straight losses, lady, what you crying about? I put blood, sweat, and tears in what I'm down about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who's gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state, gon' run them down. Yeah, back in my bag again. I started rapping to jump out of... Oh, yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time, I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But those for us, this ain't for me. I ain't never had